Parable of the Sower. Jesus traveled with his disciples, healing and teaching without asking for anything in return. He used these ways to show the Lord's love. Christ said, I must preach the good news of God's kingdom. For this reason, I have been sent. One day, massive crowds surrounded Jesus. He had no place to stand. His friends let him sit in a boat on the lake. Then he taught them lessons using parables. Just in case you don't know, a parable is a short story that illustrates a spiritual or moral idea. Storytellers use parables to paint a word picture, which focuses your attention on a deeper meaning. Jesus said, there once was a farmer who wanted to plant seeds. He threw tiny seeds all around. He scattered so much seed that a few grains ended up on the road, but birds flew down and ate them. Other seed landed on rocky areas, which didn't have cleared soil. The seeds sprouted but couldn't grow into big plants. The sun burned them, and they didn't have deep roots, so they died. Certain seeds were scattered around pricker bushes. The young plants were strangled by those thorns. Finally, some seeds landed on excellent soil. They grew strong and produced a bountiful harvest. Hardy plants were my favorite part of the parable. Imagine a whole field filled with tall, healthy grain ripe for harvest. This farmer's crop was amazing. Many of the thriving plants made 30 or 60 seeds, but the most fruitful plants produced 100 new seeds. The sower or farmer in Jesus' parable spread a lot of seed. Whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows generously will also reap generously. We can sow different kinds of quality seed in our everyday lives. A few examples are doing something nice, giving encouragement, sharing with a person in need, and talking about God. After the story, Jesus' disciples asked, why, Rabbi, do you use parables? Just wait, answered Jesus. I will explain the deeper meanings to you later. Right now, the multitudes aren't ready to hear what I'm going to tell you. When they were alone, Jesus said, the seed in the parable is the good news of salvation that the Lord generously gives away for free. Folks can decide what to do with the message. Will they listen, believe, and trust in me to save them? Some will let worry, hard times, or doubt make their hearts hard. Everyone has to decide what is truly important to them. But I'm telling you, they are not wise if they simply work for money, jewels, or power. Jesus also made this point in his Sermon on the Mount. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Jesus went on to explain those seed eating birds are every farmer's enemy. And we do have an adversary, the devil, who does not want us to trust God completely. Their enemy and ours is a taker. Jesus later warned, the thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. The individual, like those rocky places, joyfully hears the gospel, but his roots couldn't grow without rock free soil. If life gets too difficult, he turns away immediately. How very sad. Some give up instead of turning to the Lord for strength when things are tough. Jesus' message has been welcomed by a person like seed growing in thorny places, but wasting his opportunity to draw closer to God, He can't stop thinking about all his problems. Troubles crowd his life, stealing his time and energy. He's so busy being focused on this life that he doesn't grow. The people whose hearts are similar to rich soil will see a huge harvest. Jesus' disciples, both those alive in ancient Israel and today, produce spiritual fruit according to God's purposes and power. This type of produce is not like the vegetables or fruit we eat. An everlasting harvest of love, joy, and peace is even more valuable than having food. Love is a type of spiritual fruit. The parable seeds rooted in excellent soil represent those who understand how much the Lord loves us and wants everybody in his forever family. God's love is infinite. It might appear to start small, like a seed, but the Lord's love doesn't stay the same and it never ends. Jesus wanted his closest followers to understand his message of love and generosity clearly so they will tell others. In our day, those who love God are called to share their faith. The harvest is abundant, but the workers are few. Therefore, pray to the Lord of the harvest to send out workers into his harvest. God keeps us here on earth so we can share our hope in the Lord. Jesus' parable teaches us to spread the seed of good news. We can lovingly sow spiritual seeds in many situations and among all kinds of people. Are you prepared to share at each opportunity God gives you? Pray to ask the Lord who you might speak with next.